Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Erik Voss, and Black Panther Wakanda Forever changes the game in the MCU in several ways, chief among them being a second Vibranium meteorite that crashed into Earth, leading to the undersea kingdom of Talokan. So the previously singular what-if thought experiment that gave us Wakanda now looks less like a happenstance occurrence and more part of a pattern. So who keeps throwing Vibranium at Earth? Galactus? Are these your spitballs? No, but seriously, where in the cosmos does Vibranium come from? How can it be as supposedly rare as it is while resulting in the astronomically improbable scenario of two meteorites of it colliding with the same planet? And if the answer to that question is someone intentionally sent them here, could the origin of Vibranium tell us something about the Celestials and the eternal war over their plan for mankind? In Wakanda Forever, Namor introduces himself to Ramonda and Shuri, saying that his mother told him stories about Wakanda, but they didn't know who he was, meaning that despite Wakanda predating Talokan by thousands of years, by the way, Wakanda was founded in 10,000 BC, Talokan was founded in the 1570s AD, Talokan's location under the ocean kept it a secret while Wakanda's borders with other African nations forced it out into the open. However, both kingdoms had their roots in Vibranium meteorites that struck Earth millions of years prior. The meteorite that hit Wakanda struck in what was believed to be 2.5 million years BC, which would be eons before human civilization was able to develop. That was with the Sumerians around 5000 BC, who, according to MCU history, met the Eternals 5,000 years after Bashanga founded Wakanda in 10,000 BC. But Wakanda Forever establishes that there was a second Vibranium meteorite that struck somewhere in the water on Earth. After Namor's introduction, Okoye, Ramonda, and Shuri meet in the lab. Okoye says, "I'm still struggling to believe that Vibranium exists outside of Wakanda." Shuri explains, "Perhaps there was more than one meteorite. Our planet is covered in mostly water, so it's reasonable that the other one just landed there." Ramonda says, "This changes everything we know." Okoye says, "The Great Mound, all of the legends and fables, these stories are seared in my mind." And Shuri quips, "Must be painful," because Shuri starts this movie as a skeptic with limited belief in Wakanda mythology. But Namor later confirms Shuri's theory, saying that his ancestors, Mayans in the year 1571, were led by their deity, Chak, through a water hole in the jungle on the Yucatan Peninsula, where this ancestor found an aquatic version of the heart-shaped herb. This is the same water hole that Nakia uses to access Namor's glowworm cave, and that cave leads to the jet stream current waypoint to Talokan, placing Talokan in a vibranium-rich ocean floor somewhere off the coast of the Yucatan Peninsula in the Gulf of Mexico. And in real-world Earth geological history, the Yucatan Peninsula and the Gulf of Mexico are the site of the Chicxulub crater impact. This was the asteroid that struck Earth 66 million years ago, reshaped the planet, ended the Cretaceous period, and killed the dinosaurs. So the MCU may be suggesting that this historic asteroid also carried with it Vibranium. And this would not be the first time Marvel Studios touched upon the Chicxulub impact event. In the Eternals film, it was heavily implied that the arrival of the seed of the celestial Tiamat was what created that impact.
Every billion years, new celestials must be born. I plant celestial seeds into host planets across the universe. The planet Earth was chosen to host the celestial Tiamat.
Yeah, look closely at that shockwave. It clears the clouds from the sky, forms a massive impact blast on the surface, extremely likely that this is what formed the Chicxulub crater. And if you look even more closely at this Eternals imagery, you can follow the seed as it burrows down into the Earth's core, and as it breaks through the ground, glowing pieces of it break off and stay lodged in the Earth at various levels. We could be looking at the same Vibranium that Namor and his people used to build Talokan. Now, I'm not making this shit up. This idea of Vibranium being brought to Earth by Celestials does have basis in the Marvel Comics. The Earth X series established that Vibranium was implanted on planets to create a shell for Celestials that use these planets to gestate. These comics state that the origin of Vibranium is intertwined with Celestials. Elsewhere in the Marvel Comics, Vibranium's origin was established as certainly extraterrestrial, but otherwise unknown. There have been instances of Antarctic Vibranium on Earth in the Savage Lands, and Carol Danvers found Vibranium on the planet Torpa when the Spartax Empire mines the planet for Vibranium. Torpa did appear in the 2019 Captain Marvel film, but Torpa was never definitively established as Vibranium's origin per se. Now, it can be hard to watch actors and not immediately think, hey, I'd like to have gorgeous skin and hair just like they do. Well, with Geology, you can. Geology is a 4-time award-winning personalized skincare company recognized in Men's Health, Esquire, and Ask Men Grooming Awards with over 6,000 5-star reviews, and they've recently expanded to offer products for, well, pretty much whatever you need. Like if you need hair care, use Geology's Co-Wash. It's a specially formulated cream cleanser that removes buildup and cleanses the hair without the big lather or harsh ingredients of typical shampoo. And for the rest of your your shower routine, you can use their body washes. They're free of harsh ingredients, smell great, and are refillable. And for after the shower, protect your skin from environmental stressors with vitamin C plus E ferulic serum to keep your skin looking young and healthy, and then a bit of the dermatologist-tested aluminum-free deodorant that, quite honestly, smells great. Right now, for a limited time, Geology is hooking our audience up with an absolutely insane offer. If you use the code NEWROCKSTARS, they will give you an additional 70% off their award-winning skincare trial set. This discount stacks on top of their current sale prices, and there's also an additional bonus offer on one of their brand new skin, hair, and body products of your choice when you add it to your trial. With the holidays right around the corner, Geology has you covered. Check out their awesome gift sets featuring all of your favorite Geology products. To get started, just click the link in the description, take a 30-second diagnostic quiz, and their team of dermatologists will design a personalized routine just for you that ships directly to your door. But given Vibranium's godly status, I would not be surprised if Marvel Studios established it as a gift from the Celestials. Now, the studio keeps hinting at a shared ancestry between Wakanda Forever and Eternals. Both titles were championed specifically by executive Nate Moore, who made a point to mention that Wakanda Forever takes place after Eternals in the MCU timeline. Wakanda Forever director Ryan Coogler told comicbook.com that he believed that Earthquakes Under the Ocean line in Avengers Endgame was a nod to Eternals, and M'Baku uses specific words to warn the others about killing Namor.
They called him Kukulkan, the feather serpent god. Killing him will risk eternal war.
Eternal war. Now, if we are saying that the Celestial Tiamat brought Talo Kanil Vibranium to Earth, does that mean there's a second Celestial beneath Mount Bashenga? I don't know. I think the Vibranium meteorite that formed Mount Bashenga was sent to Earth as a correction to place godly metal on Earth so that mankind could use it to advance on its own. Perhaps as a failsafe to Ereshim's plan to use Eternals to kill deviants and allow intelligent life to thrive to feed Tiamat, that Wakanda meteorite could have been another way to expedite human advancement. Alternatively, the Wakandan Vibranium could have been sent by another celestial or cosmic entity who was sympathetic to humankind, one who wanted to give the Terrans a way to protect themselves with technology of their own to fight back against Celestials. And arguably, we have already been seeing that process. This whole time, the Wakandans gave Earth Black Panther, and Wakandan Vibranium led to Captain America's shield and Vision and Sam Wilson's latest suit, and other weapons probably soon to be explored in Armor Wars. I mean, if you consider Cap's shield to be the origin of the Avengers Initiative, really the whole MCU wouldn't exist without Vibranium. This is what I think the real Eternal War is. Terrans, like the Titan Prometheus, using the weapon of the gods to fight the gods. A proxy war where a cosmic entity gave us underdogs enough weaponry to overthrow our lords. So who was that sympathetic benefactor? Well, we did meet some suspects in Thor: Love and Thunder in that cosmic entity chamber at the center of the universe. There was Eternity, who transformed into cosmic entity Love, and the Wakandan meteorite that delivered Vibranium to Earth was arguably an act of love. Now, that chamber also contained the Celestial One Above All, who I believe is the leader of the Celestials. Part of the old guard of the Celestials, perhaps the first host of them. Maybe an elder among the Celestials who wanted to overrule the rash actions of the next generation of them. The Vibranium could have been an interference by the Watcher, or some mandated child support by the Living Tribunal. And I love the idea that the Vibranium meteorite that struck Wakanda could have been drawn into Earth by baby Tiamat himself. Remember, in the 2018 Black Panther prologue, Njobu calls Vibranium, quote, the strongest substance in the universe. Doesn't it make sense for Celestial armor to be made out of that in the MCU? Let me know if you think Celestials sent Vibranium to Earth. And you can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at EA Voss. Follow New Rockstars, subscribe to New Rockstars for more analysis of everything you love. Thanks for watching. Bye.